Have you ever dealt with someone who makes everything about them, never admits when they're wrong, and somehow turns your pain into their moment to shine? Ever encountered someone like that? I have. You might have just crossed paths with a narcissist. And I'm not talking about someone who just likes attention. This goes way deeper than that. Most people have no idea what a narcissist actually is. And that's exactly how they keep getting away with it. These people can ruin friendships, relationships, and even entire families. And the worst part? They don't even feel bad about it. So today we're breaking it all down. What a narcissist really is, the biggest signs to watch for, and the hidden truth about why they behave this way. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for the last part because it changes everything you thought you knew about narcissists or the term narcissism. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Psychopath Exposure. My name is Kira. Let's clear up a huge misconception right away. Narcissism is not just confidence or arrogance. It's not someone who takes selfies or loves attention. True narcissism is about a complete lack of empathy, an inflated sense of how do you say that word? Superiority. An inflated sense of I can't say it, of Superman, and the need to manipulate others to maintain control. Psychologists recognize it as a personality disorder. Narcissistic Personality Disorder, NPD. But here's the thing, not all narcissists are diagnosed. That's the problem, guys. In fact, most of them will never even admit that they have a problem, like alcoholics, but worse, actually. And keep in mind, it's everybody else that's doing it wrong. When you're dealing with a narcissist, it's the entire world versus them. Them against the world. They're right. Everybody else has it backwards. And there's no way that you're going to convince them or that they're going to see otherwise. It doesn't register for these individuals to even consider that they might be wrong. That's the problem. A true narcissist deep inside does not even consider that they're wrong. They are always right. The problem is the world doesn't see things the way they do. And they're convinced of that. You're not going to change that. Let's put it this way. Imagine you have a friend who constantly talks about how amazing they are. But the moment you have a problem or the moment you need support, they either ignore you or they one-up your struggles, okay? Or somehow they make your pain about them. That's narcissism in action. And it gets worse because narcissists don't just have big egos. They actively hurt the people around them to keep feeding that ego, whether it's through gaslighting, guilt tripping, or straight up emotional abuse. They do whatever it takes to stay in control. Now let's break it down a little bit further. There are three major traits that every narcissist has. If you spot these, you're dealing with someone who will never change, no matter how much you try to help them. Number one, extreme entitlement. Narcissists believe they deserve special treatment just because they exist. Ever met someone who thinks the rules don't apply to them? That's entitlement. They expect others to bend over backwards to meet their needs, but won't even lift a finger, not even a pinky for anybody else. Let's say you're in a relationship with a narcissist, okay? This is what it looks like. You're exhausted, long day at work. Come home, they expect you to drop everything to cater to their needs. If you say, babe, I'm tired, they'll get annoyed. They'll guilt trip you. or they'll start a fight. Can't tell you how many times that happened to me. Why? Because in their mind, their needs always come first. No matter what's going on with the world, with the planet, with the universe, God itself, their needs come first. I'm telling you, when you come across these people, you're going to be flabbergasted by the stuff that you see. And it's not just something that you'll see once in a blue moon. You'll soon start discovering that it's a pattern of behavior. It's a pattern. So, the lack of empathy. Number 2, the lack of empathy. It's hard to even fathom that people like this exist that don't have empathy. But it's true. And it's a big one because narcissists cannot truly care about how you feel or how about anybody feels in particular. They might fake it, they might fake it when it benefits them. But the moment you actually need emotional support, they vanish. And worst of all, if they're the ones who hurt you, which in the case of narcissistic abuse, this is what we cover in this channel, you'll see that this is the case, I would say 99.9% of the time. The narcissist is the one that hurts you. And when they're the ones that hurt you and you need emotional support, the narcissist is going to blame you for being too sensitive. Like, how are you supposed to win? And it's not even about winning, but how can you move forward with someone like this? How can you even get close to someone like this? Someone that hurts you, they know they hurt you because narcissists know exactly what they're doing. And then you're asking them for help. It's like, imagine when someone like accidentally hurts you. You're playing a sport and someone unintentionally fouls you and hits you hard. It's like, oh man, my bad. Right? Like, you can tell that they feel bad. But imagine this is your spouse. They're hurting you. You're telling them that they're hurting you. And then they tell you you're too soft and you're too sensitive. Like, you're telling them that they hurt your feelings. Instead of apologizing, the narcissist is going to roll their eyes. They're going to say, wow, you're overreacting. They're going to give you that tone. And it's not a mistake, guys. It's a tactic. It's a tactic. By invalidating your emotions, a narcissist makes themselves feel powerful. It's all about power and control with a narcissist. Okay? And manipulation is another one. Manipulation and control. Power, manipulation, and control. Number 3. The third trait you got to look out for. And this is when the narcissist gets really dangerous because they play mind games. Okay? They play mind games with their victims to keep control over them, to keep control over people. That's what they do. Okay? Some of their favorite tactics, and you've probably heard these terms a lot lately because this topic is just getting a lot of attention and media coverage, but it's gaslighting. Ever heard of gaslighting? That's when the narcissist makes you doubt your own reality. Like, oh, that never happened. Oh, you're crazy. That didn't happen. I didn't say that. That's not what I said. That's not what we agreed on. Oh, you're crazy. Oh, you're overreacting. Yeah, I was with 3 other women, but you shouldn't feel that. We shouldn't be jealous. Sure, I stayed up till 6 in the morning and I didn't call you or text you and you're worried about me. You're overreacting. Nobody overreacts like that. You're the one that has a problem. Like, they'll flip reality on you. You won't know what's right and wrong anymore. That's gaslighting. Love bombing is another one, especially at the beginning of a relationship. They'll shower you with affection to reel you in, like if they're fishing, right? And then once they have control, they'll pull away. And that's why the love bombing phase is detrimental, because you get hooked on the affection, you get hooked on the attention, and then when they take it away, it's like they're taking away a drug. You're addicted to it. It's like, I want more. That's how they keep control over you. The silent treatment's another one. That's when they ignore you to punish you for trying to set boundaries or establish boundaries in the relationship. Now they're going to give you the silent treatment. You know something's up. I mean, who the heck wants to be in a relationship with someone that doesn't talk to them? Smear campaign's another one you've probably heard. It's when they turn people against you so they can maintain power. Smear campaign. Ever dealt with someone that was incredibly charming at first, and then suddenly they go cold and distant once they knew they had you? Yeah. Manipulation at its finest, guys. Narcissistic manipulation. Now, here's what no one's going to tell you about narcissists, okay? Deep down, narcissists are terrified. They act superior, kind of like the Wizard of Oz. They act superior, but it's just a mask. Why? Well, they're constantly afraid of being exposed. Constantly afraid. They don't want to be ignored. They don't want to feel powerless. So they're not walking around feeling as confident as they look. That's a facade, guys. That's the mask that they wear. When you see through the mask, you realize they're really small people, and they're scared and they're cowards. You ever notice a narcissist will say anything to avoid apologizing? Oh, I can tell you stories about that. They'll blame you. They'll blame stress. They'll rewrite history. Gaslighting at its finest, just to avoid taking any accountability. That's because in their mind, being wrong is actually the worst thing that could happen to them. Yeah, let me repeat that. Being wrong is one of the worst, if not the worst thing that could happen to a narcissist, or at least that's what they feel. So if you want to know the truth, what do you do when you're dealing with someone like this? When you're dealing with a true narcissist? The first thing you got to keep in mind, and I know this is easier said than done, do not argue with the narcissist, because you will never win. That's a waste of your time, and you're only going to get sucked in deeper into their web of lies, into their fog, into their prison, because that's what it is. It's a prison that they suck you into. Okay? You have to set boundaries, and you have to uphold those boundaries. You have to stick to them. Do not seek closure, especially at the end of the relationship or anything like. You're not going to get it. A narcissist does not give you true apologies. Narcissist does not give you closure. So don't even bother asking for something that's impossible to receive from a toxic individual like this. You have to focus on your healing, not theirs. You're not trying to fix them. You're not trying to heal the narcissist. You're not trying to cure the narcissist. You're not trying to fix the narcissist. Okay, the best revenge is living well and cutting them out. Okay? So before you go, I want to hear from you. Have you guys ever dealt with someone that you think is a narcissist, or someone that the red flags are screaming at you? Drop that in the comments. I read every single comment, guys. I read every single comment in the community. I would like to know what happened. What was your story? Who was this narcissist? Was it your spouse, as in most cases? Or was it your father? Was it your mom? Okay. Was it your employer? Was it your cousin? Was it your best friend? Was it your sibling, brother or sister? You'd be surprised. Sometimes the person you least expect is the narcissist in your life. So if this video opened your eyes, imagine how many other people are out there stuck in this toxic cycle, feeling drained, confused, and thinking that they are the problem. Because that's what the narcissist does. They convince you. They'll convince the victims that they are the problem. They'll convince you that you're the problem, that you're the one with the disorder. So sharing this video could be the wake-up call that these people need. Because here's the thing. I learned this a long time ago. You can't keep what you don't give away. If you've learned something valuable today, pass it on. Help someone else break free, as we do here in this community. Knowledge is powerful, but only when we use it. So send this video to a friend, post it in a group chat, share it anywhere people need to see it. Okay? If you're still watching this video, I appreciate you sticking around to the end. Be sure to check out our official merch store. I've got shirts. I got mugs designed for survivors of narcissistic abuse, because Let me tell you, escaping a toxic person is no small victory. Every time you see it, it's a reminder that you're done tolerating manipulation. You've learned, you've grown, you refuse to be pulled back in. So hit the link in the description, grab something that speaks to you guys, that helps support the channel. And as usual, don't forget, hit that like button if you got some value. Subscribe if this is your first time here for no nonsense, no BS content, okay? And be sure to check out my other video. I have the 3 rules for dealing with a narcissist, the 3 golden rules. You can click that link right there to check that out. You don't want to miss that video. And if you're sitting there thinking, I get it, Kita, but I still don't know how to move forward, I hear you. Because knowing the truth about narcissists is one thing, but breaking free from their grip and healing from the damage they've done, that's another story. I've been there. I know how exhausting it is to feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. And believe me, eggs are really expensive nowadays. So these are some really expensive eggshells. And second guessing yourself sucks. Wondering if you're the crazy one sucks. You know, narcissistic abuse basically rewires your brain to accept mistreatment as normal. That becomes your new normal. Escaping that mindset is not easy, guys. So that's why I offer a private one-on-one coaching program for survivors. I talk about this in all my videos. Because sometimes you just don't need the information. You need a strategy. You need a real plan. And more importantly, you need someone who truly understands this dynamic and can help you rebuild the self-trust, the confidence, the inner strength that the narcissist tried to take from you. If you're serious about taking back control of your life and you want direct personal guidance on how to do it, I invite you to book a session with me. We'll go deep into your specific situation. We'll cut through the confusion. We'll lay out the exact steps to help you heal. Teach you how to set boundaries, how to stick to them, and how to move forward with clarity. You don't have to figure this out alone. It's not easy. I couldn't do it alone. I had a mentor, okay? I've worked with hundreds of survivors in the community. Click on the link in the description if you're interested and we'll get started. We'll workshop this together. All right? So I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you got some value out of this video. My name is Kita. This is Psychopath Exposure. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Have a good one.